Hey there, guys. It's Risico, and today I'm gonna be giving you an updated deck profile of my Shaddoll deck, Shaddoll Altergeist. Sorry, and letting you guys know, due to financial reasons, I did have to get rid of my cards, so some of them is gonna be proxied out. But I will tell you the name, and Draw target 5 cards in your grave, 5 monsters in your graveyard, shuffle it back to your deck, and then draw 2. So pretty much this is like the big play, big brain. You know, you're gonna have to shuffle back all the cards that you use for fusion summoning, right? Or cards that you use for link or extra and all that. Shuffle them back, draw 2, and then continue your plays. 2 Twin Twisters, spell and track card remover, because I don't have Dragon in this deck, so you're really gonna need it. Uh, 3 Shaddoll fusions, quick play once per turn, and you can only fusion from the field. So pretty much this is like your best disruptor. When your opponent's going special summon out either Shikinaga or Winda, so they can stop special summoning. You have 2 Shaddoll fusions. Only reason why I'm running 2 of this is because one, I have 3 Shaddoll fusions, and plus this card can be stopped by Ash, so you're gonna have to be careful because if it's the effect is when your opponent controls uh, extra deck monster on the field that you can fusion something from the main deck. But if they do have the fusion or anything on the main field that's from the extra deck, they can just Ash it and then it's pretty much useless. So that's the only reason why I'm running 2. But if you do not get Ash with this card, you would use Performal Trick Clown and whatever Shaddoll you want to summon Construct or any other card onto the traps. The one of is the Transmigration Prophecy. Why? Because you're going to use this to recycle back not your monsters, but your jars and pots, right? You want to make sure that you have the recurrence in your deck. That's why I have pots and jars in my deck, so that when you bounce back the cards, jars effect is saying that you can't bounce it back, but you can bounce it with this, and this card can bounce itself back too. 2 jar of Avarice, like I said, this is just to recycle your deck and give you more draw power. You're going to go for your deck like crazy. This is why you're going to need these cards to recover your deck even faster than usual. Next up, personal spoofing. Once returned, target 1 Altergeist card from your hand or face up on the field. Shuffle it back to the deck and add 1 Altergeist monster from your deck to your hand. Usually, when you play this card, it would be Kanekiri because you want to disrupt your opponent's play at all times. This card is also the best way to search out any other Altergeist cards that you are missing. That's a monster, basically. Now, the King, extra big brains. All Altergeist players love this card, or they should if they don't, because when this card is on the field, all Altergeist effects that are activated cannot be negated at all, right? So you're pretty much protecting your monsters with this. This is all it's used for. You can use a second effect, yes, I get that, but all I want is just the protection for my effects, so that they don't get negated by anything. I don't want no Ash, no Call by the Grave, none of that. You just want the protection. This is why you want this card. In my last deck profile, you saw me running this card, Chain Home, and then you saw me running Call by the Grave. But since I don't have Call by the Grave anymore, you run Chain Hole. Chain Hole is your best friend when you don't got Call by the Grave. It does almost the same thing, but your opponent has the choice of not banishing the same copy of the card. Right there's that period in the card that says that they have a choice. So you can just banish 1 card randomly from their hands. But hey man, a plus is still a plus. You're negating one of their cards, saving your card, and they're getting rid of one of their own. Either way, it's still a plus unless they're playing like a chaos deck or something. Next up, 2 Infinite Impermanence. Everybody knows what this card does. Cards in the column can't be activated for that turn. Next up, the Monster Reborn of Altergeist. Special summon use this card, recycle it back into deck if you want, or add it back to your hand via the other effects. But yeah, this is like you had to run three. This is like mandatory for this deck or any Altergeist deck, I guess. I don't really run pure variants. Next up, the extra deck. Starting off with the Link Karibo, Hextia. You run at least two of Hextia, right? That's all. You can run Sayuja, whatever you want for rank fours or anything. But to me, it's just these two, and I'm also broke. Remember that. This pandemic is screwing me over, so I don't really got the cards that I need in order to give you a proper extra deck. But the way you guys want to run it is your choice. But two of this, one Link Rebo, and since it's Master Rule 5, you don't really need to worry about the zones that much anymore, except for links. But now, here we go. Big game. Alcalone, I run one, but I recommend that you guys run up to two, just so that when you do your El Shaddoll fusion on your opponent's turn, you can negate their effects. Right? Run two El Shaddolls, Shikinaga. This is your negator. This is the card that you would use to get effects off from your Shaddoll cards. And when this card is sent to grave, you can add back one spell attack card, Shaddoll card. Right. Next up. All right. That's one. You run two Wendy's, right? Because Wendy's is one does. My bad. Kind of tired. Uh, you run two windows. Why? It's because it's window. You have no other reason not to play a window, right? Window says that you and your opponent can only special summon once a turn after this card is being played, and then this card can't be destroyed uh, by opponent card effects, right? So pretty much the only way your opponent can get rid of this is by battle. Fun fact: if you have the mirror, the spell, the equip card, the Dream Mirror card, I believe. If you get that card and equip it to this card wouldn't be destroyed by battle. Why? Because the equip card makes sure that your opponent monster will die, since it will always be 100 attack higher than the monster that it attacks or is getting attacked by. So that's a fun fact that you guys could use if you want to for fun. And then last but not least, constructs. Construct. This is big plays. Like, I'm sorry, but you know this deck is meant for big plays. Fun ways, easy ways. Fusion into this. Get yourself a 28k attacker that pops any special summon monster by attack. And also, if this card is special summon, you can send one Shaddoll card from deck to grave, giving you a plus. And then when the card is sent to grave itself, you guys can add back um, a spell and track card Shaddoll. So yeah, that's a deck. But I am planning on upgrading this deck because there is a lot to do with it. It's just that my resources is kind of limited right now. But I thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys like, subscribe, and yeah, see you on the next video.